What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the new fully maxed level 150 Newton Titan on the live server here, and me telling you that I was wrong. I was so wrong judging the power of the Newton Titan. When I told you this thing will not become meta, I underestimated the power that Pixonic will give it at release. Look at this one hit against the just freshly spawned Indra Titan right there. Look at our hit points, 1,100,000 HP. This thing comes at 800,000 base HP. More than twice the amount of an Ao Ming, I think. Why? It's a sniper titan with damage output similar to an Ao Ming, for example, but it's new, so it gets 800,000 HP. Alright, whatever. Then we have the new weapon, full TITANS on it, with this amount of damage, right? And we're running over onslaught reactor for maximum damage against robots and Titan boost. In the second part of this video, we switched two of those onslaughts for to quantum sensors for 700 meter anti-stealth. Also, legendary pilot Jude Price. You get suppressed when you attack the Newton Titan. You have increased built-in sniper railgun damage and 20% longer choke ability where you make the enemy hover in the air, which is good because that allows you to fire twice with your weapons before they land. Then we have more durability for speed, more durability in general, and here comes the damage boost. 10% more damage for durability, 10% more damage for speed, 7.255% more damage in first ability and the same in second ability, then more speed, additional damage mitigation for the second weapon, a repair per second, and more resistance when using the ability. And here's the reason why I misjudged this Titan. 40% additional damage to Titans. I didn't see this on the test server before. That really makes this thing an absolute ridiculous beast. With the hit points combined and the railgun damage and the choke ability, this is going to be an absolute monster. Especially against Titans, you're gonna just ruin Titan left and right. Even Rooks are actually going to take quite some damage from this, but of course Rooks are the only ones who can still deal with it relatively easily. Everything else just gets completely deleted, often in one hit. Don't make this mistake. What I did right here, never use the choke ability on an Ophion robot, because the Ophion robot doesn't lose the shield at a certain amount of time. He loses the shield when he lands, which when you give him the choke ability, you extend his flight, he stays up there longer, and he keeps his shield longer. So don't use it. I made a mistake there. Alright, so first Rook is coming in. Zang! Look at his 60% health drain. With a direct fire, instant delivery, dealing 3 times the amount of damage that, Bulava and Kiston does. I don't know, this just seems crazy for these weapons. Yeah, you see, the Rook is still there, even though we already fired like 5 or 6 shots. You know what happened to the Indra before he got one-hit killed. This guy would have been one-hit killed here, but he used his Indra ability. Comes out of it, and then what happens after? That's right, pop, right? Now just imagine that I needed 10 shots for the Rook, or 8, and I only shoot a single time for an Indra. Here's a fresh Rook spawned in, probably not a fully maxed Rook, but it's still a Rook. So 2 shots later, he lost his health again. Yeah, he healed up after I shot him the first time, and now he's just getting blasted pretty quickly. But it still took like 5 shots, right? And he healed back in his physical shields, and he wasn't even making use of his physical shields. If he had made use of them by turning around while I'm shooting him, I'm not sure if I could have even killed him at all. He would have just been able to get me closer to me and kill me using his shield every time I fire. But yeah, so let's just one-hit kill things from 800 meters range without the use of lock-on. Because this weapon here, Pixonic understands that lock-on is completely outdated. It's an outdated system that the new weapons will no longer have, and as such, the older weapons that exist that still suffer from this problem should get that update too. Just give it to them, Pixonic. Don't be so stingy. Come on, give it to the older weapons as well, and allow them to bypass. Have not lockdown more problematic. Allow robots to not have to use a pilot skill for lock-on. That is not necessary for an older weapon that is already underperforming combined to newer ones. So this guy there with the with his Typhon, he went all the way over there, sprinted like a mad to this point, and then staying in cover. And he didn't dare to move out of cover anymore because he knew he would die instantly when that happens. So yeah, from all the way over here, I was easily able to deal 10 million damage. So let's hop into the next match, because you get quality content here, and that means it's already cut for you, and there is just perfect, juicy gameplay action here. Like I said, I'm focusing on quality content now over quantity. So whenever you get a video here, I'm gonna make sure it's gonna be worth your while. Look at that big glass of Pepsi. That alone is worth looking at. Hold on. Woo! Alright, so we're having a bit of a problem here with this guy. Not just because it's him, but because literally the entire map is shooting me. Literally, there is not a single player in the enemy team who is not right now firing at me. Dark Malice is lasering at me from there. This guy is shooting me from there. This Titan, he's retreated behind cover, but he was just shooting me. This guy shoots over this ridgeline. These two champs shoot from here. I have 6 players shooting me at the exact same time when I wanted to record content and test the Newton Titan. I was like, are you guys kidding me? Come on, man, let me test this freaking thing. What are you doing? Thankfully, though, I also get support from my team any second now, from this champ coming in with a Mender boy. Woo! What's his name? Dose? So, I don't know. Dozo, or whatever. I don't know how to say it, man, but thank you so much, because this little guy keeps me alive. The whole freaking time he keeps me alive. He stays with me. He absorbs firepower. He's there for me, man. He's allowing me to perform and to do something. Thankfully, I didn't lose a weapon yet, so we can absolutely enjoy the power that this Titan has still. I'm getting a couple of Bulava Kistons, and then meanwhile, just like easily, as if it was nothing, I eliminate a Luchador pretty much in one single hit. Man, the damage output of these weapons seems to be too much. Bye-bye, Crisis Reaper. And the damage output of these weapons seems to be a little too high for the short reload they have. Seriously, guys, 800 meters range and this much damage output, I'm guessing that is, it's just too much. I'm not surprised. It's War Robots. Things that are coming into War Robots are typically too strong when they come in, and then they get nerfed later. Just keep that in mind for any possible investments you might think about. But the yeah, that was the max range there, 800 meters, dude. Crazy. But you know, one thing didn't come in broken, and that was the what's it called? The Hurricanes. I think the Hurricanes, they're a new weapon in the game. They're actually not completely game breaking. They seem to be actually really well balanced. They add something new to the game, something special, some fun, trolling aspect, and they're not weak. They're still good, and they can absolutely ruin your day if you focus a guy, but they don't do it in a completely game-breaking manner, and so in this case, it's really good. Pixonic did a great job on this. With the Fulgor and Tonans, I think they've gone a little too far on the reload speed. I'm guessing either the damage should be a little lower, or the reload should probably take a little longer, maybe 1.5 seconds longer or something like this. You know, I think that would already go a long way of making it correct. Newton Titan, on the other hand, I don't think the Newton Titan is particularly overpowered. I just think he has too much HP. Because I think, you know, that would, of course, make him overpowered, but, you know, not in a game-breaking sense. It just shows the Titan itself, it's more like a sniper assassin from afar. And as that typically they don't get to have tank-level HP. It's a new Titan, and as that it must be super powerful. It must be too much. It always is that way, unfortunately, but does it really have to be, Pixonic? What if this thing had 600,000 health instead of 800,000? Would it really make less sales? Let's be honest, would it really? I mean, I can't tell. I'm not in the marketing department, I'm not working this every day, but I would argue that this thing being a sniper Titan shooting from far away, you know, it doesn't need so much health. I have 1.1 million amount of health right now after using only one time the double durability extender battleship thingy. it's a freaking Rook Titan or a Luchador Titan in terms of Titan HP. And that is something I have a problem with because I think it's really not necessary. It's one of those things that is always too much, and that is like, it's this obligatory too much. You know, this, oh, we know we always have to give it too much, so here, this is too much. It doesn't need it, Pixonic, in my opinion. Just, you know, before people buy it, make it 600,000. It's gonna be great still. And it's still more than any, what is it called? Ao Ming has, for example, right? It would be somewhere, I think, in line with the Sharenga, perhaps? Probably even a little more than the Sharenga then. Because when you have 600 per stats, it would mean like 900,000 later, or 800,000 with, 800,000 probably with all the pilot skills. Yeah. But the balancing is not necessarily everything I want to talk about here. But, excuse me, I also want to just enjoy with you here the damage output, the fun, the hovering that you can do. You lift enemies up, they have no more cover to hide behind, and they're hanging up in the air. Meanwhile, we have 1.3 million HP, or more even, max, and fully repaired. And yeah, so enemies really have a hard time dealing with this thing. You cannot hide against the TITANs. No, against the Newton Titan, and that makes it really, really dangerous for the enemy. Look, this guy, zang. And despite his shield, I almost dropped him in one shot. But of course the damage output, the additional damage output, only works against Titans. We have increased damage output right now, but that's because of the Onslaught reactor against robots. But the robot itself, or the Titan itself, comes with only Titan damage boost. So that's what its assassin style is. Alright. Nice. Boom. There you go. This is the FSB clan? Is this what it is? Is this how you would pronounce it? Anyways, 8 million damage, 17 kills. This is so insane. So yeah, ladies and gents, I definitely was wrong. This thing is meta ready. Will it outperform and will it take people's choice to run the Rook? I would say no. I think the Rook is still more dominant and more broken, but much more broken, in fact. But this thing can snipe other Titans extremely well, and if you run two of them side by side, I would argue that a Rook is no longer safe. You can no longer be safe and rely on your energy and physical shields to protect you when you have two of these things hovering a Rook up and boom, sniping him at the same time. The Rook is pretty much dead after that, and then the next guy can hit it, hold him up again, and then sack. You know, if you team play this, ooh, it's crazy. So yeah, what do you think about the Newton Titan, ladies and gents? Thank you for watching. Catch you in the next video, and Manni signing off. Bye bye.